Hello everyone, my name is undeadjinx and welcome to Horror Romance, a horror dating simulator. My god. Before we begin, there are some things I should tell about myself. What is my name? Jinx. My name is Jinx. What are my pronouns? She, her. My name is Jinx, my pronouns are she, her. Is this correct? Yes. Chapter 1, Arrival at Amityville. This is awesome. No, stay away from me! Come here, you little whore. Well, I said get away from me! What happened to the music, by the way, because the music was there. Oh, there it is. It was like, it's very quiet. Same dream as always. I doubt I'll ever get to sleep without nightmares. I blink and scratch my eyelids. I gotta remind myself not to sleep on a moving bus. I got a headache and maybe a concussion for every time my head's hit the window while sleeping. I hate that so much. You can never sleep right on a bus. I search inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is and check for notifications. I turn on the phone and see 2 new messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. Jinx, please contact me whenever you arrive to Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. I prefer not owing anything to my landlord just yet. Thanks for caring, but I'll go to the cafe before heading to the apartment. I gotta sort out all the purchase paperwork. Jinx slides into the next message from one new waitress, Carrie. Like Carrie? I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be at the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thanks, Carrie. Please don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitress gig. We'll work on the cafe later. I've spent all night inside a bus. Now I need to get to the cafe, then the new apartment, and then unpack. My body's hurting. I'd kill for a frappuccino right now. Wow, this sounds really awesome. The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been behind bars for the last few years, and I've gone through many jobs, saving to finally get my own business. And finally, now that I'm the new owner, I feel happy. Quite accomplished. After all I've worked these past few years, having a business will definitely make things better. I stop distracting and grab my suitcase to go home. I choose to get home after a tiring day. I still can't believe I'm here, so far away from my old home, away from Mom. And far away from my stepdad. Just remembering makes me have a stomach ache. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. Shit, sun's barely rising and I gotta get up already. Whoa! Okay, Laura drop. This is a cute place! I get out of bed, questioning my life choices. After a bit, I get up and go to my small kitchen. I open up the fridge, just a few things I got last night to eat. I've got to do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter. I'll make a light breakfast to get to work. I quickly eat my food while dressing and rushing into the door, shrieking when I find my landlord right in front of me. Good day to you too. Just wanted to check how my new tenant was doing. Creepy guy. I'm fine. How did you know? I didn't. I just came to check up on you and you opened the door before I knocked. Oh yeah, I understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. I've got to set everything up for the cafe's reopening. The old cafe? You bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're an entrepreneur. Does it have a new name? Yeah, it's... Ooh. It's cafe... Oh, it's Killer Cafe. Yeah, it's Killer Cafe. That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Gosh, I hope he doesn't. This guy gives me the chills. I finally step into the street. Before going to the cafe, I have to go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. As I step away from the apartment building, I start to feel something odd. That feeling of being watched. Nevertheless, when I look to my sides in search of a person, I realize there's no one in the streets. Maybe my paranoia is back. I quickly walk down the street, uneasy. Thanks to the GPS, I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need, milk, almond milk, vanilla, cocoa, etc., and a treat for myself, a chocolate bar. I get out of the market with my shopping items, realizing that the sun is slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks to being distracted, I didn't notice someone in front of me and bumped into what feels like a brick wall. Hello! When I look up, I see a really big guy, using a weird and worn-out hockey mask. I feel shivers down my spine while seeing him. Jason. He doesn't say anything, just stares. After a bit, I realize he's not looking at me, but at the chocolate bar in my hand. Oh, I get it, he wants some. I guess we'll share our chocolate. I left my bags on the floor. I get up and with both of my hands, I break the chocolate bar into 2. Here, sharing won't kill me. The guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolate for a few seconds. He accepts and proceeds to move his hand in a paused and gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute, and quickly realize what he's saying. It's sign language. I then move my hand to answer, "You're welcome." One of the many things I learned in prison thanks to the free time. Now, I'm glad I learned it, in a way. Finally, I grab my things and leave the big guy behind. That's awesome. I get to the cafe and find someone at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew it. She must be my new waitress, Carrie. That's so funny. Oh, you must be Jinx. I'm sorry, I got here too early. Should I come back later or... Don't worry. Actually, it's quite convenient. I have to set up everything, and cleaning was going to take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yeah, right away. Thanks, Carrie. Carrie quickly steps inside as I open the door. I told her where the cleaning tools were while I went behind the bar, setting the groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the cream inside the sleeve, and set up the cups in an accessible place. I place all the pastries and desserts on the shelf next to the counter. And when I'm done, I was in front of an impeccable cafe. Carrie even placed the tablecloths on each table. Weird. Did we have any of those things? Wow, Carrie, a quick worker, thank you. I guess we can open up early. It was nothing. I'm a good cleaner. I'll change. Oh, she's a quick worker. I skipped some words. Carrie went behind the bar and put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hang up the open sign. I had already put the advertisement in the newspaper alongside a coupon, and I had the advantage of the cafe being right in front of a park. I come back to the bar, approaching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how to use an espresso machine. Have you ever tried one of these? That is so cool. It's like the best location for like a cafe. Sorry, I haven't. I've never had something like that. She almost had a heart attack when she had to say no. I just nodded. Easy. You don't have to worry about not knowing. It's okay. Not everyone knows about this. Let me explain. I taught Carrie the basics about coffee. Fill with water, put coffee on the portafilter, and showed her how to level up the coffee. Then I put a portafilter back and finally started the machine. Is this person on Coffee Talk? Because I am. Voila, just like that. Whoa, I thought it'd be harder. The machine won't be a problem. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it's got its tricks. Now memorize the menu and the ingredients. A client's arrived, so I tell Carrie to bring them a coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing a dark-haired tall man, his most noteworthy feature being a metallic hand. Oh no. Is it Freddy? Welcome to Killer Cafe. What can I offer you? Oh, wait, I don't know who this person is. Ash? Look at that, the old shithole's reopened, and with a hottie serving too. Last owner looked like he got a stick up his ass. The man laughed. I don't know if I should laugh or raise an eyebrow. I didn't get to know him much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, give me an Americano with whiskey. Oh, I think there's some actor, maybe it's John Cena, who always orders an Americano at like every cafe he goes to / restaurant. And he said like no one seems to really know how to make an Americano. So he like judges their coffee or their coffee making skills or knowledge based off of that. We don't have that in our menu. Come on, you can't have good coffee without whiskey. I ain't a pussy. You don't have a good bottle in there? Okay, let's give him an alcoholic Americano. I stare for a few seconds and sigh. I look at both sides before gesturing for him to wait. He curiously looks at me while I take care of the Americano. When I'm done, I take the cup and go to the storage room. There, I open a box with my stuff. One of my faves, Jack Daniels. Sometimes on rough days, I drink half the bottle and drown in tears until passing out. Now, I'm just pouring it in a coffee, measuring the quantity so it adds taste without going too far. I walked back to the bar and handed the man his coffee. There you go, a cup of Americano coffee without anything added because we don't have permission to serve alcohol. The man looked at me, slightly doubtful before looking at the cup. Finally, he takes it and drinks, smiling with satisfaction. Perfect! Now I know where to come for my Americano without anything added, haha. Yeah, I feel like it's stuff like this, if you're a mom and pop place, like you can get away with doing stuff like this. But like if you're a franchise, then probably not. But like, you're gonna be so cool in the town if like you have a regular who likes his coffee in a really weird, specific way. He laughed, quite pleased. I guess I'm still a little weak to whims. Either that or the guy just looked like an uncle who just wanted a drink. Here you go, doll-faced. You pay, your pay, and your tip. He takes my hand and puts something in it besides the pay, closing it. It's for good luck, trust me. I wouldn't want anything happening to my new favorite barista. This town's weird and quite dangerous, so watch your back. He pats my head and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. I look at the strange man walk away. My eyes redirect themselves to my still closed hand, doubtful. When I open it, I find the freakiest shit I've seen in years. It was a fucking dry, severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. I look at the door, without knowing what the hell all that was about. I hear Carrie approaching me, so I hurry, putting the finger in my pocket and the money on the register. Our first client, how much was it? I noticed some childish happiness coming from her and couldn't help but smile. An amazing 125. She noticed I was kidding and laughed shyly. Good enough to retire, right? I laugh, realizing the joke's still ongoing. At that exact moment, I notice an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude when the bell chimes once again. Before looking at the door, I look at Carrie's face. At first, she was surprised to see who'd entered. Then, her face changed into discomfort. Oh, no, it's her. It's who? I turn around and look at the door to see who it was while I heard Carrie running away into the storage room. I just see a blonde young girl dressed in fancy, branded clothing. She's got quite the unfriendly face. Her nose is wrinkled, almost as if she smelled something awful. Ugh, another stupid town cafe. I don't remember if any of the people who bullied Carrie, I don't remember if there was a Chanel who bullied her. Beg your pardon? I wanted a foam-free Trenta latte, 5 decaffeinated shots, pumpkin essence, and no phone, 208 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, well now it's definitely giving like, oh wait, yeah, I was gonna say, this cafe reminds me of the cafe in Scream Queens, and also her orders reminding me of Scream Queens. I blink, not getting this kid's attitude. I immediately realize this is one of those rich and entitled kids. Great, my favorite kind of people to talk to. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot, you could get burnt. I'm sorry, are you deaf? I didn't ask for advice, I asked for a coffee. Don't question me and do your damn job. I take a deep breath and grit my teeth. Decline and ask her to leave. I'm sorry, we don't have that on the menu, and it's irresponsible to make coffee at that temperature. What? How can you not have Trenta latte? What kind of rundown cafe is this? We just opened and we don't have pumpkin essence. I don't know when we could get it. What a tragedy. Actually, the pumpkin essence is right below the counter, unopened. I refuse to make her coffee. Life's shown me that things are asked for with respect and education, and this rich girl's got none of them. You're doing it on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm Chanel Oberlin. Oh, yeah. Yep. This is Scream Queens. Oh yeah, her name's Chanel. How did I forget that? My dad's the mayor. I'll make your fucking excuse of a cafe shut down. You'll end up on the street. They can shut down my cafe for not having pumpkin essence. She pierces my soul with her eyes. She doesn't appreciate my tone at all, but I just smile. You think you're so smart, huh? I'll make you regret this. I don't remember what accent I was using before. She turns around, almost hitting me with her blonde hair, and walks away. Her angered heels hit the floor with each step, making her presence known. Thank you for visiting. Come back soon. I'm so sorry. Chanel scares me to death. I hid in the storage room. Don't worry, I can see why. I saw everything. Well, almost everything. You're so brave. She says it with admiration. I shrug it off, not taking note of it. When you've been in prison and lived what I lived, it takes more than a whimsy entitled Blondie to scare you. People can only intimidate you if you let them, Carrie. Now come on. We've got to organize some stuff back there. We didn't get many more customers, just a few, but at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy and most of the storage room is fully organized now. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now we just gotta take the tables back in and close. Oh, cool, so they set the tables outside. I ask Carrie to please turn the sign from open to closed, and she does. She comes back with me to arrange the chairs until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room, going back for it. When I think the first day's over, I hear the door open and the bell chime. Someone entered the cafe. That's just my luck. Oh my god, it's Chucky. I'm so lucky. I got here just in time. A hot caramel macchiato with double vanilla, and don't go too small with the caramel. I raise an eyebrow looking at him. A short, red-headed boy with scars on his face. This town's sure full of interesting people. He kind of looks like a doll, or is that just my imagination? He leaned on the counter and is now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy a coffee. Sorry, but we're closed already. Isn't he a bit too small to consume caffeine? Oh, my bad. Didn't see the sign. You're gonna serve anyway though, right? Client's always right. I feel like in the spirit of this game, we should give up and make his coffee. I sigh and go to the bar. It's not that I think the client's always right, but after such a hard day, I don't want more trouble. Wait a minute, could we have dated Chanel? We should have made her a coffee. Now I get why the last owner was so bitter. Making the caramel macchiato took less than I thought with the boy's indications. It looks like he isn't taking his eye off of me while I'm preparing the drink, like he's making sure it's just how he wants it. I place the coffee in front of him on the bar. His mouth changes into a big grin without looking away from me, his huge blue eyes piercing my soul. At least it seems like he likes what he sees, whatever it is he's seeing. Here you go. The redhead takes the glass and sips. A few seconds later, he nods, pleased. I feel the sugar kicking in already, ideal for a long night. He laughs in a quite unique manner, winking at me and handing me the exact amount of money. He continues drinking the coffee without moving at all, like he owns the place and time doesn't matter. Excuse me, we're closing, as I was saying. Oh yeah, right. I get your hint. Don't be so grumpy or you'll grow wrinkles. It'd be a shame to ruin such a pretty face. Well, he didn't get the paper glass hint. Wait, is this little guy flirting with me? I'm left speechless for a few seconds, which he uses to turn around and walk to the door without any worries. I found my bag. We can go. Why do you seem so tired all of a sudden? I scratch my eyelids. I probably look like shit, which is exactly how I feel at the moment. Forget it, let's go. I'm walking back home after closing up the cafe with Carrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she lacks courage. She reminds me of myself when I was younger. Maybe, on the inside, I'm a bit jealous of her innocence. Although I'm distracted, my senses are still keen. I can't stop feeling someone looking at me from the back. Is my paranoia back? No, it's not my imagination. I'm hearing footsteps. I don't want to go home with someone following me. They'll know where I live, and it can only get worse from there. Why is everything happening today? I can't stand it. I'm at my goddamn limit. Although my common sense tells me I should run away, I stop walking and look behind me. As I thought, there's no one there, but after hearing someone walking behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. I already heard you, so come out of hiding already. Stop fooling around. There was a certain movement from inside the shadows. A tall and slender silhouette gets closer as I tense up. I really wanted to believe it was just my imagination, but is it Slenderman? Wow, I didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do if I don't want to, you know. The silhouette gets close to the light between us, which reveals a man in a dark leather jacket, black pants, and a mask covering his face. Oh, it's Ghostface. Gotta admit, this is the first time it happens, but there's always a first time. Technically, you just took my stalking virginity. I stay quiet. I had already had a bad day today with Chanel, that weirdo doll, and having an encounter with a masked freak was only making it worse. I don't know what you want, but I'm not in the mood. Please leave me alone. I wish it was that easy. The masked man makes a theatrical gesture, placing one hand on his chest and the other facing me. But sadly for you, catching me by surprise has caught my attention, so no, I won't leave you alone. My eye twitches. I'm definitely about to lose my patience, the little sanity I have left, and everything else. Although I can leave you for the moment, in exchange for one simple question. Okay. I sigh while pinching the bridge of my nose. I really want to go back home as soon as possible, so I better just play along. Alright, you win. Ask me whatever you want. Great, I'm glad you're cooperating. Alright, the question is, what's your favorite horror movie? Oh my gosh. Just that? This freak just wants to know my favorite horror movie? I think about it before answering, but the answer is easy. Saw. Saw, the one with the jigsaw doll. I watch it when I'm bored. The masked man starts to laugh like he's been told a joke. What a sadist. Alright, you're okay for now. I also like it. He says goodbye, still cackling. The last thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. Wait, how did a mask wink at me? That's so funny. I pretend to forget about it. I better just go home before stumbling into another freak asking what's my favorite Disney movie or some shit. I keep on walking, trying not to think too much about what just happened. I'm so done with today that I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower, and sleep. I stop walking when I see a big figure obstructing the apartment building's door. The uneasy feeling returns. Please, no more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right behind my door, the doubts turn into anger. If I was already having a shit day, this was truly going to make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expression changed. He stopped inhaling the smoke. Michael. Ask him to find another place to smoke. Can you smoke somewhere else? That window's beside mine and it goes into my living room. I don't like the scent of tobacco. To be honest, I wasn't kind in the slightest, but who could blame me? The last thing I need is going into my apartment and smelling someone's smoke. He doesn't answer, but he does put out the cigarette against the sole of one of his heavy boots. He adjusts his mask and... Wait, why does he wear a mask? This was definitely the weirdest encounter I've had today. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment, leaning my back on the door to close it. I sigh, relaxing. Finally, at home. I'm hungry, but I don't have enough energy to prepare something to eat, so I go to the kitchen and grab some cookies I bought, heading to my room and throwing myself on the bed. I feel heavier as the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What an absurdly stressful day. What kind of madmen live around here? It's like a cheap movie. I ate some cookies and fell asleep as soon as I take off my pants in bed. I open my eyes, looking around, startled. I can't recognize where I am, but it's cold. I hear strange metallic sounds from a place out of view. I get up from the ground, scanning my surroundings. I must be dreaming. I start to walk around the place. I can feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt if this is actually a dream. Maybe it's not a dream after all. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I can feel shivers down my spine, but I don't feel the fear I should. I search for the voice's origin, but can't seem to find it. Instead, now I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. The cackling feels closer. No, this is a dream. I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear somewhere so horrifying. I can hear steps getting closer and the scraping of two metal objects growing closer. Defend yourself! Get out of my dream! I scream, more angry than scared. I turn around to see where the noise is coming from. I manage to see a silhouette in the darkness. This is Freddy. It's wearing a hat and glove with sharp blades at the end of each finger. Terrible. I actually really don't like Freddy at all. Like, I always thought his costume was, like, iconic for Halloween and stuff, but he did some really fucked up shit to kids. So this one, not gonna happen. He stops on his feet when hearing my voice. By the way his head tilted, he seemed confused. What? The sound of heavy breathing startles my body forward and makes me sit. It's the neighbor. It was that neighbor! He looks at me with the strange mask, just like before in front of the building. Looking down, I saw something that made my blood run cold. He had a knife on his hand. Its shiny blade was the last thing I ever saw before being swallowed by darkness. Ending. Evil incarnate. What? That's it! I thought we were actually gonna get a chance to date them. Not just get flirted with them, or get to know them. Maybe this is like a demo, and it's not like the full game? Or maybe I was only supposed to like romance one of them and turn down the others or something. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, chapter 3 is coming soon. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. It's just unfinished. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed. A link to the same will be in the description below, and I will see you in the next video. Also, I guess you might as well, if you feel free to comment who your favorite like horror movie character is that you would date, let me know. Mine's probably gotta be Ghostface. Literally just like everyone else. Alright guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.